John, who was a 60-year-old man, recently lost his best friend to cancer. It's been 6 months since the loss, but John is still grappling with sadness and grief and finding it hard to move on. One day, while browsing online, he stumbled upon a blog post titled "How Stoics Handle Sadness and the Death of Loved Ones." He'd heard the term Stoicism, but didn't really know much about it. Curious and seeking solace, John began reading, wondering what kind of wisdom Stoicism had to offer in his case. Hey guys, Henry here from Our Freedom Formula. Today, we're delving into the realm of Stoicism and exploring how it can help us deal with sadness, particularly in the context of losing loved ones. Inspired by John's journey, we'll take a closer look at the Stoic principles, ancient quotes, and practical advice on how to find strength and peace amidst sadness. Point 1. Embracing reality. Let's begin by understanding that Stoicism encourages us to embrace reality, even when it's painful. In the story of John, he faced what he believed to be the harsh reality of losing his best friend. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This quote teaches us that instead of dwelling on what we've lost, we can shift our focus to appreciate the time we spend with our loved ones. While it may seem challenging at first, acknowledging the reality of loss allows us to find solace in memories and the joy that those people once brought us. Point 2. Accepting the inevitability of death. One of the fundamental beliefs of Stoicism is accepting the inevitability of death. Marcus Aurelius, a renowned Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, reminds us, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." This quote might sound morbid at first, but it holds a powerful message. By recognizing that death is an inescapable part of life, we're motivated to make the most of the time we have left and cherish the relationships we hold dear. John too understood that his friend's passing was a reminder of the precariousness of life. Point 3. Focusing on what's within our control. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is within our control, rather than being consumed by things beyond our control. Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." In John's case, he had no control over his friend's illness or the final outcome. Stoicism encourages us to direct our energy towards what we can control, our thoughts, emotions, and actions. In John's case, by not being burdened by outside events, he can let go and accept his death was outside of his control. He'll miss him, but he doesn't have to be controlled by sadness anymore. If we do this, we can avoid unnecessary suffering and find a sense of inner peace. Point 4. Practice negative visualization. Stoics often engage in a practice called negative visualization. When it comes to losing someone, this involves imagining the loss or absence of something or someone we hold dear. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. They are like this because they can't tell good from evil. But I have seen the beauty of good and the ugliness of evil, and have recognized that the wrongdoer has a nature related to my own. Not of the same blood or birth, but the same mind, and possessing a share of the divine." Marcus Aurelius is pointing out that we need to prepare ourselves for whatever is to happen throughout the day. This practice might seem counterintuitive, but it helps us to appreciate and value what we have while we still have it. It also helps to better prepare us if something like this does happen. We'll be able to cope with the loss much easier. We'll even be able to go through the mourning process in a much healthier way. Seneca once wrote, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears." In the context of John's story, negative visualization reminds him to cherish the memories and the time he had with his best friend. It encourages all of us to embrace the people in our lives with gratitude while they're still with us, Point 5. Finding meaning in adversity. Stoicism teaches us that adversity can be an opportunity for growth and the development of inner strength. As Marcus Aurelius said, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In John's case, his friend's passing became an impetus for him to reflect on the importance of friendship and how fragile life really is. Stoicism reminds us that even in the face of sadness, we can find meaning and purpose by using our pain as a catalyst for personal growth and helping others who may be going through similar experiences. The Stoic philosophers also emphasize that death itself is indifferent. Epictetus once said, "I cannot escape death, but at least I can escape fear of it." Epictetus also remarked, "Death is nothing to us, since when we are, death has not come. And when death has come, we are not." This quote may seem harsh, but it holds a profound truth. Death is an inevitable part of human existence, and it'll eventually touch every one of us. Understanding the indifference of death can help us come to terms with the inevitability and find solace in the present moment. Let's get back to the story. John, inspired by this new Stoic perspective, begins to shift his focus from the loss itself to cherishing the memories he had about his friend. He realizes that the impact his friend had on his life can continue to shape his own actions and character. As he reflects on the Stoic principles, John finds strength in the words of Seneca, "A man is as unhappy as he convinces himself he is." This quote highlights the importance of our perception and interpretation of events. While John acknowledges the pain of his friend's absence, he begins to reframe his mindset, choosing not to let sorrow consume him anymore. To move forward from the loss, John starts integrating Stoic practices into his daily life. He begins a gratitude journal where he writes down 3 things he appreciates each day. John also engages in daily meditation, inspired by Marcus Aurelius' advice. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. By focusing on the present moment and acknowledging the preciousness of life, John finds a renewed strength to navigate his grief. Additionally, John seeks solace in connecting with others who have experienced similar losses. He joins support groups where individuals share stories and support one another. This action aligns with the Stoic principle of finding meaning in adversity and using our pain to empathize and uplift others. As time goes by, John realizes that the loss of his friend will always hold a place in his heart. However, through the wisdom of Stoicism, he learns to embrace life with renewed vigor, appreciating the beauty of human connections and the opportunities that lie ahead. Months pass, and John's journey through grief takes a new turn. Stoicism becomes his guiding philosophy, providing him with a roadmap to navigate sadness and find meaning in the face of loss. He discovers that although his friend may no longer be physically present, the lessons learned and memories shared will forever shape his own character. As John continues to grow, he finds solace in the words of Epictetus, who once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This Stoic wisdom empowers John to choose his response to sadness and to embrace the power within him to heal and move forward. By applying Stoic principles, reflecting on the indifference of death, practicing gratitude, meditation, and connecting with others, John finds himself gradually healing. While the pain may not completely disappear, it no longer defines him. Instead, it becomes a part of his story, serving as a reminder of the strength he possesses. In our own lives, when faced with the loss of a loved one, Stoicism offers us a way forward. It encourages us to acknowledge our emotions, accept the reality of death, focus on what we can control, find meaning in adversity, and use our pain as a catalyst for growth and connection. Remember, my friend, Stoicism is not about suppressing sadness, or pretending it doesn't exist. It's about finding the inner resilience to endure and grow in the midst of the inevitable challenges life presents. Okay guys, if you got some value out of this video, how about you smash the like button, as well as subscribe, and also hit the bell icon so you can be notified when we upload more videos. Hey, while you're at it, why not share and also leave a comment down below and let me know how you use Stoicism to help you in moments of sadness. Just so you know, on the top left hand side of the screen, you'll see a video that I believe you might like. Below that is a video YouTube thinks you might like. And if you look on the right side of the screen, you'll see an image of my head. Now, if you click on that or poke me in the forehead with your finger, you'll be able to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.